All right, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Roosh Tutoring. And today we're going to talk about matrix inverses. So I'm right here. I have a simple problem you may see that asks you to find the inverse of a given function. So what is an inverse? Well, in matrix, unlike regular algebra, you can't divide matrices. I can't just do matrix A divided by matrix B. That's impossible. However, if I want to do the same thing as division, I'd have to multiply by the inverse. So I can either do A inverse, that's what this -1 means, inverse, times B, or I can do B times A inverse. And in this case, we're assuming they're both 2 by 2 matrices. Now, the exciting thing is that for a 2 by 2 matrix, the inverse can be found very easily. There's actually a rule here. So what we have is, you see this matrix of 2 by 2, you have A, B, C, and D, and you want to find the inverse of it. Well, we start off and you say, okay, first you find the inverse of the determinant, or 1 over the determinant. The determinant is simply A times D minus B times C, whatever the elements are in there. Okay, that sounds complicated. And then you go to your original matrix, but you flip A and D, you exchange their places, and they put negative signs in front of here and here. And this is always the case in any 2 by 2 matrix, assuming you can find the inverse. Now, there are some special cases where you might have like a 0 in here or something. You can't find that. But generally speaking, if these are all whole numbers and A and D does not equal B and C, this doesn't equal 0 when you subtract it, then you have a matrix that can be found. Make sense? Alrighty. So let's go back to our problem then. So we want to find the inverse of this. So first off, 2, 3, -3, and -4, find the inverse of it. You start off and you say, okay, we do this. And then we first find the complement of this. So 2 times -4 is -8. So -8, 1 over that, minus, then 3 times -3 is -9. Minus -9, -8, minus -9 is plus 9. That equals 1. So 1 over 1, so this ends up canceling out, times -4, 2, and then 3, and -3 here. Because again, we put negative signs here and here, which flips these. So now, our inverse is simply -4, -3, 3, and 2. So m equals that. M to the -1 equals this. And that, my friends, is how you find the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. Don't forget to watch and subscribe.